Right, on today's video I'm going to show you a piggy bank build because my very good friend Dan painted this. As a thank you, I decided to make him my version of Steve Ramsey's piggy bank. I've rehashed this video from my coin channel. Now this is an early woodworking video of mine. There's lots of mistakes in this, lots of things I wouldn't do now. Bear that in mind, so go easy on me in the comments. Thank you. Enjoy. Now, there is an amazing chap on YouTube, an American, a Californian, and his name is Steve Ramsey, and he has a woodworking channel called Woodworking for Mere Mortals. Amazing guy, explains everything so well, keeps it very basic, keeps it very down to earth, just really nice and simple and easy to follow projects. And I got a template that I downloaded from his website, and we've got all the parts that you need to sort of cut out and use as stencils, templates, whatever they're called. All the bits and bobs you need to make your very own piggy bank. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is put a nice clean edge down one side of each board so I can glue them together to make wider boards that then I can stick the templates down onto the boards. Glasses, safety glasses, ear defenders, because this is cheap Chinese table saw that I've put into my workbench and it's a bit noisy, so gotta have ear defenders. Something shot out of the blade and hit me in the hand. Got to have your goggles and you've got to have a blade guard. Okay, so the next step is to glue all these boards together. I've set up my little rig for gluing up boards. So I just need to add a bit of sriracha to the boards. Sriracha. Nice little squeezy bottle, it's quite handy for this sort of thing. So we're just going to put a bit of glue right down the centre of that board and the centre of that board. I'm not too happy with how these boards have come out, or how I've planed these boards, I guess is the word. They're not exactly straight, so I'm going to have to clamp these with a lot of pressure to nip them in. That one down, that one to meet that one down to meet that one. And normally I don't want to do it too tight because I don't want it to buckle or bow, but this one I really need to pull the ends in, so I'm going to have to do it a lot tighter than I would normally like to. And we'll do a couple over the top to help keep them down, keep them from bowing up under pressure. I do like using these sash clamps. There's a lot of strength, a lot of power in these. My preferred go-to clamp. So then we'll have two wider boards that we can use to make this piggy bank. There we go. Right, so we'll leave that for a little while, come back and see how they turned out. Right, it's the next morning and the glue's had all night to dry, so hopefully once we get the clamps off there'll be no gaps in the joints. Okay, so yeah, great. They've stuck together very nicely, but unfortunately they are not exactly flat. So we've got to clear some glue off of them and maybe put them through the thicknesser. That one's not too bad, it's this side. Yeah, put them through the thicknesser, trying to get rid of some of that wobble. Before I put the wood through my planer, I learned a very valuable lesson pretty much on my first day using this. I put a bit of board through the planer and there's a tiny little bit of metal left in the wood and it chipped the blade, and then I started getting streaks and lines across the wood. So then I had to replace the blades. So now I make sure to check the wood with a metal detector to see if there's anything left in the holes. So let's have a look. I'm just going to check the rest of the board. Okay, so there's a little bit of metal left in this hole here, and sometimes there's a little bit of, I think it's copper, little copper spur that's on some of the nails. So it just, I don't know, grips hold of it, locks it in better or something, I don't know. But sometimes those little bits can be left in the hole. So all I've got to do is drill out that last little bit of metal, hopefully. Test that again. Would seem there's another little bit somewhere. Looks like we're good to go. And there we have it. Reasonably flat and smooth boards. Yeah, really happy with that. Right, it's time to glue these templates to the boards that we've made. And as you can see, I've only just got enough room on these boards to glue these templates down. Only just. So I'm going to glue these down and then we can cut them out on the bandsaw. Right, so the other thing I've got to do before I can cut anything out is actually glue two of these boards together to make the perfect width. The coin slot is this bit here, and I'm going to need a wide enough coin slot for a £2 coin. So that's 3.5 centimetres wide. So I've got to basically glue these two pieces together to make the body of the pig. It's now been a week since I clamped this up, so I really need to crack on and finish this piggy bank. Gonna get all these clamps undone and we'll get cutting on the bandsaw. Okay, there we go. I've got these ears and snout. I've got the head as well. So for the moment, that's all the bandsawing I need to do. So I can put that away and get onto some sanding. Okay, the one thing I nearly forgot to do before I put the bandsaw away was to actually go in there and actually cut out the centre of the piggy bank. I got a bit close to some of the edges, a bit closer than I would have liked, but I actually think it went all right in the end. Okay, this is probably the bit of the process I'm probably more worried about, just because I've never done this before. But what I've got is I've got a brand new Titan belt sander, and I made a little bit of a jig or a rig or whatever you want to call it for it to sit on. The idea is I can use it on its side and sand right close to these edges. Okay, so the next thing I've got to do is cut out the left and the right side of the pig. We've got the centre, I need to do either side. And I'm going to do that with using a flush trim router bit. So some double-sided sticky tape to start off with. We'll give it 3 strips, I should think that'd be enough. All it's got to do is just hold it together while I cut it out. So right on the bottom edge and just enough room at the top. What? That tells me that, or that burning tells me that I've got too much wood on there. I need to take off some of this excess wood. Need to go on the bandsaw again and cut more of this out. This whole piece might just turn into a practice piece now. Okay, so I've glued these two parts together. Didn't bother filming it. I think you understand the process. And now I'm just going to put this on the bandsaw and try and cut off all the excess wood around the edge. You alright? Oh. Trying to make a piggy bank pig.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's all right, isn't it?
Now, that isn't actually looking too bad. I'm quite happy with that. I got closer than I thought I could. It's getting awfully thin. I guess once it's all glued together, it'll be as strong as anything. That won't be a problem. So just going to try and take off a little bit more, especially around the bottom here. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm reasonably happy with this. There's a few little holes and things that I'll have to put some wood filler in. So the next step is to actually glue the right hand side to the body of the pig. And there we go. A glued together pig. Now I'm going to put it back on the bandsaw and try and take a bit more of this off. It's a little bit wobbly, so we're going to have to even up the feet, sort them out. But we're nearly there. Mask on, goggles on. Right, that is about as good as I think I'm going to get it with this sander. That is lovely and smooth now. I've got these feet really nice now. There's a little bit in there that I don't quite like. Anyway, moving on. It's underneath, you're not going to see it. Round over the edges, and I've still got to drill a hole in the bottom for the coin slots. And I bought some plugs for this. I can't actually think off the top of my head where they are. I might have to just give him a piggy bank that you can't use. I'm really happy with that now. I'm really happy with that now. Right, I'm really happy with the fit of all these parts now. Yeah, really happy. I thought I'd give the ears a little bit of shape. Yeah, a little bit of a curve to them there. And then go around the snout, just try and smooth off some of the flat spots. So, don't want to go too crazy. The temptation is to keep going. Right, so to glue the ears and the snout to the head, I'm going to use this epoxy resin. Never used epoxy resin before. This was only from Poundland, so I have no idea how good it's going to be, but I guess we're going to find out. Now, it's quite helpful that they say in the instructions you can use this plastic tray or plastic housing to use as a mixing tray, which is quite cool, but I've got to get all the paper off of it first. You break that, or do you... don't know how much I need. Right. No. Okay. Okay, these will definitely do the job. I would hope. Equal parts. There we go. Just had to pop the bubble. Right, well, let's give this a mix. Oh dear, this stuff's horrible. Looks so much easier on the other DIY videos. Never done this before. So that's got to go on the head. We want it quite central, quite straight, probably about there. Well, when I say quite straight, straight enough. Let's put a clamp on that. There we go. Let's try and do the ears. Try and figure out where I want them. Oh, it did say in the instructions to glue both parts of the areas that you want to glue, but I didn't do that. I don't suppose it really matters. About there. So the ears aren't necessarily symmetrical, but oh, that's my light gone. I don't know if you can still see me. I've got a battery powered light hanging up there. I need to fit, I need to do the electrics and fit a proper light there. Will that stay, or do I need to put some tape? I think I need to put some tape. I've got the world's worst masking tape, so I'm going to use a bit of electrical tape just to hold them down. Don't know if that will do the trick, but it's pretty much all I've got. That'll do for the moment. I better charge this bloody light up. There you go. I haven't actually stuck the head on yet. I've just clamped it for now, but I thought I'd give you guys the first sort of look of how it's all coming together. I'm going to paint the body first and then paint the head once all the what is it called? The glue. What is it called? Once that's all dried, I can then glue the or paint the head and then glue that to the body. So anyway, it's coming along nicely. We're nearly there. Nearly there. Wow, it is very pink. Very pink indeed. I did give it a shake, but I will give it a stir if I can find something to stir it with. An old bit of cane. That is proper vivid pink, isn't it? Proper pink. I have got some white. Maybe I could thin it out a little bit, but we might as well just go for it. A proper big bright pink. Oh well, here goes. Oh, I like it actually. I really do like the pink just as it is. Love it. Really like that. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to paint the full pig head. I'm going to do front and back. Oh well, if I get pink paint on me, I'll just have to embrace it. Okay, so I gave the body of the pig a bit of a sand down, a light, gentle sand down, and I painted it again, and that's feeling really smooth now. So I'm really liking that. I only painted the pig's head once, and it is pretty rough. Maybe I should sand it and rub it down again. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give only a gentle sort of scuff sand, but it does take a bit of the paint off. But it's worth doing. And we'll give that another paint. The paintbrush in the Ziploc bag. Keep that nice and moist. Moist. And we'll give this another coat. Okay, so home stretch really. I've got the pig painted very smooth. I've done a couple of coats and then sanded them back. Gonna lacquer the pig tonight. It is Thursday night. I drive to Cardiff tomorrow for the King's coronation on Saturday. So I've got to do at least one coat of lacquer tonight. Maybe I can get one done tomorrow morning, but it's got to be done. The face is coming along nice. I've got my mum to help me paint some eyes and things on there. Not quite done, but we're nearly there with that. And then of course I've got to glue the thing together. I'm just trying to get the best fit I can for this plug. I'm almost there. So a little bit more sanding, and hopefully we're nearly there for that. I can't think of a better way to do this. I don't think it'll take much more, and that'll be a nice fit. That'll do. I'm not doing any more than that. Oh, that's much better now. That's much better now. Perfect. Never used spray lacquer before. I'm hoping this stuff's going to be good. Who knows? Quick drying clear lacquer. That'll do. You guys at home would have seen the creation that I'm going to present to Dan. And I've always wanted to give Dan a present, or create something for Dan.
This super cat, you shouldn't have.
I did done this. Spare any expense with the box.
Yeah, that's an expensive cardboard box, you know, Trev. You know, here we go. I never usually get gifts, you know. It's a swear pig. Oh, that's brilliant, Trev. Oh, thank you. Every time I use a bit of fruity language, I suppose I better put a coin in it, yeah?
50.
And you made that?
I made that. There you go. Go for it. I'll bleep it out. You go
Okay.
for it.
Oh, oh, shit. You know, Trev, these are all good coins you're giving me, man.
I think they were.
What are you doing? That is amazing. Thank you much. I appreciate that. That is amazing.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Thank you.
No,
I appreciate that. Thank
No,
you.
yeah,
That
I
really is
appreciate
kind.
you, mate. Really
Thank
do.
you. Thank you. Wait, well, to see this at home, you know. This.
Yeah,
It is. Yeah, it is. Oh, brilliant. Have you got a video on how you made
I'm doing
this
it all,
then?
yeah. I have a
Oh,
video for the channel.
fantastic. I'm honestly touched. The best gifts are the ones that are handmade, aren't
Yeah,
they? You know,
yeah.
and are created.
I'm made up that you like it.
I am made up.
Fill it up.
I'm going to take a photograph of that.
So as you can see, Dan really appreciated his piggy bank. I'll leave links to his painting channel and my coin channel if you wish to check them out. Thanks for watching to the end. I do appreciate it. Bye.